All right. And by the looks of it, we should be live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Michael and Rob here at Lake Michigan Angler with a look at the fishing as we have now begun to move into the fall period, at least on paper anyway. And we've got a lot to talk about as far as fishing reports, and as well as today kicks off the King Week event. So we've got some info to talk about with all of that. I'm sure most people are probably already out there fishing themselves. They might catch this after the fact. But let's go ahead and jump into the fishing. Rob, we want to kick off and talk about somehow how the offshore fishing's been for guys?
So I mean, it's a pretty rough week. So not a lot of fishing reports, but a few boats did make it out, especially charters, and the fishing's remained pretty strong for the most part, especially for a mixed bag. There's still kings. There's still mature kings offshore, off the edge of the hill. Water was pretty warm the last couple days, but it sounded like throughout the day yesterday it was starting to cool back off down deep. Because to start off the day, down 90, 100 feet was still upper 60s. But later in the day, it seems like some colder water is sliding back in, and hopefully that keeps trending because that should just keep bringing fish back further to shore. There were, different age classes of kings being caught out there. There were some mature ones, there were some smaller ones, so we had that going, anywhere from like 120 to 150. Seems like there's another group of fish out in 170, 180. Some kings out there, some cohos, and then as you get beyond it, there was more of a mixed bag bite between steelhead and lake trout and everything. Like I said, there weren't a ton of reports, but some people did make it out. Yesterday was pretty rough. Most of the people are complaining about that. The forecast was a little off.
A little.
But overall, not bad fishing. So maybe not quite as good as it was in July, but still pretty decent.
We've had to contend with a lot of the weather, man.
And
it's weird because it's hasn't been so extreme, but it's been in that middle weird part where it's just bad enough. You're like, come on, give me a break. You know?
And it's a nice mixed bag where you're still catching some of the mature kings, and you're getting some nice cohos and steelhead and little everything.
Yeah. All the regular stuff's been catching as far as we've heard from you guys.
Blue was very strong yesterday. The people that did get out, they were all coming in getting blue flounder, the blue night moonshine, anything like that. Blue Hulk, just anything blue jeans. So that was the strongest color yesterday.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of an offshore. Let's talk about a little nearshore / harbor fishing. It seems like in the past week and a half or so, we've had some kings slide in, which is not untypical. That you'll still get like those early fish that will just kind of come in before
I think that full moon probably had a little bit of a push, a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, even before then, there were fish already sliding in that had set up and staged. I think it was like a week and a half ago. We had cold water kind of came in close, and there was some fish up there. So what we can say is with the kickoff of King Week, there are kings around. What's interesting is I was out yesterday. In the last couple of days prior, there was kings all in the harbor right outside and all that stuff. And then yesterday they were kind of like missing. There was very few in the harbor, and it was too rough to get out in the open water, as we talked about. So these fish are very mobile still. And so kind of keep that in consideration. But they are around at least this first initial early batch. But as Rob said, they're still catching 4-year-olds off deep. So it's going to be a good run.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more fish coming in. I think if I was getting out, I'd probably concentrate at night, especially from shore. For shore fishing, I'd be out there at night.
Yeah. So let's talk about, before we talk about King Week, some great stuff to share with you on that. Some of the stuff that we already know has been working. We'll cover some of the lures right now. If you're from shore, this guy right here, the little Cleos, most of the little Cleos, but in particular, a lot of shore guys I've seen out there have been whacking them on the glow green. We also have it in the Castmaster. So glow green's a pretty staple color. We also have the Wonder Bread Moonshine, which has also been doing good as well. Spoons, so your casting spoons have been doing well. Still a little early for skein, but we do have it ready to go.
Skein is in stock. There has been some fish caught on it already. Like Mike said, it's a little early. It's not like the main egg bite yet, but pretty soon it will be. So if you need it, we've got a pretty good supply at the moment. I think we have enough to make it through the weekend into Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll have to restock some more. But we're in pretty good shape there.
A couple different colors. We've got the natural. We've got the
red. Yep.
So and some days they want one color over the other too.
Yep.
So we do have that. Also, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say along the lines of eggs.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got your own Procure came in. This one has been the Last Supper. That's been really good. Everybody was asking for that, but yeah, we got Procure, Last Supper, a few other ones. Procure Borax. There's the UV. We got a bunch of Procure stuff, but a couple new ones here. The Fuse Egg Cure. We've got it in the Steelhead and Salmon blend, and then the Addicted Assassin Salmon blend, which I haven't had a chance to try yet. These are new to us, and hopefully I can get some eggs to cure up with them and see how good they are.
Yeah, that Addicted one, actually, those are from the guys out the Pacific Northwest, the Addicted Anglers YouTube channel. So they teamed up with Procure for this. So they know there's salmon stuff out there as well. So I'm sure that blend is going to work. So want to try it out and let us know, feel free to come by and grab some. While we're talking about kind of like scents, if you're going to DIY, you're going to make your own eggs, we got the stuff ready to go here for you guys. So Rob, you want to kind of set up the story with this real quick, because
everybody's got to have shrimp scent apparently. A major run this week on shrimp scent. So this is Procure shrimp gel. You just put a little dab of it on your bait, or really even just on your snap swivel. It's pretty sticky stuff. It'll stay on your bait really well. So almost too sticky. So I just like to put it on the snap or snap swivel or something like that, where it's not going to like just coat your lure and get it all dirty over time. But throughout the week, numerous fishermen said adding shrimp scent to their baits, whether it was jigging spoons like the Castmasters or the P-Line laser minnows, or you said you put it on a fly. So
that's the story to set up.
Yeah, shrimp is a ticket right now. But yeah.
So I come in and Rob tells me this. And I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah, that's what they're telling me. And I'm thinking, he likes to, mess with me a lot. So I'm like, you're messing around. Like, no, I'm serious. He's like, take it. So like, all right. So I'm out yesterday. Tough, man. It was tough. There wasn't many kings around. Couldn't go out in the open water. And I was like, nothing was really happening. So, let me grab the stupid shrimp. Because I'm thinking Rob's messing with me. Let me just put it on. So I put it on hook, sent it down. I had a flasher fly down. And not even 2 minutes later, took a fish. Now, just
did you land it?
Well, I landed it. Shut up. I landed it. It was a very lackluster king. It just came right in. It was that very warm water. He hit it and came right in, and it was pretty quick. But so it worked. Shrimp scent.
Yep.
And we got
goby scent.
Yeah, we do got a new goby one as well, somewhere around here. So there's a new goby scent, which is interesting. You got a whole new selection of scents. So when you guys come in, you can check it out for yourself. Sometimes that can make a difference. It got me a fish yesterday. Otherwise, I would have had the big skunko.
Yeah.
Let's continue to talk about some stuff that's working. Obviously, your reef runners. Well, your Mag 44s.
On reef runners.
Yeah, the Mag 44s. We got them, variety of colors. Also, a new one from Reef Runner here. Want to show that one, Rob?
Yeah, 900 series, the Reef Stalker. I mean, it's a new 900 series.
Yeah, it's new. This is we got the 800s, the banana shape. Everyone knows. Mm-hmm. This is a new line, brand new product, and to me, it's more of like a cigar shaped. Let me see if I can get that in.
Yeah, it just doesn't want to focus very well.
Yeah.
You just got to see it in person.
Yeah. We're just gonna tell you that you can come in and see it for yourself. But it looks more of like a cigar style, in the vein of like a Bandit kind of.
Yes.
It's in the vein of a Bandit. So maybe I don't know if this is their attempt at kind of competing with Bandits, but it's got a similar style body. We're looking forward to putting it out in the water for some kings here. And trolling with it this coming week and seeing what's going on. We got a variety of colors in there, so that's something new from Reef Runner. Don't forget these Reef Runners that are in this package. They are all now hand tuned right out of the box. They work flawlessly. No more having to screw around trying to get it dialed in on the old boxes. You still do need to change out the hooks. You do need to upgrade your hooks if you're going to go king fishing with those guys. Rob, new ones right here.
Yeah, so this is the Nova Tackle Whacker stick bait. Pretty much a Thunderstick Junior, but it has wire through construction, so it's a lot more durable. It's a little bit heavier, so it's going to cast better. And it comes with 2X hooks, so you don't have to replace those hooks. And they're a pretty reasonable bait. They're only like $7.50. So for a bait with all those features, it's a great price.
Yeah. The hooks alone, because you'd pay more to get that on the side.
Exactly. Yeah. Local company, they're just in Michigan, so it's pretty cool. Nice looking baits. I think they're going to catch a lot of fish. Thundersticks always have
that color, definitely.
Yeah, this one we've got a bunch of different colors of them. Looking forward to using these. But yeah, good lures and made by good guys. So looking forward to that. Check them out.
Yeah, we'll get that out there as well.
Mm-hmm. They're available online. We already have them on the website along with the reef stalkers and all that too.
Yeah, all that's available. Was there any other things we need to mention before we move over to?
Oh, another thing, if you're looking for snaps for your crankbaits, we got into Torpedo Premium snaps. So these are pretty cool. These are not like the snaps from Torpedo I had in the past. These are the premium. They're stronger. So this little size right here, this little tiny size one, is 95 pound. So we have them in 95, 120, and 180 pound, and you'd be stunned how small they are for their strength. I believe these are made out of stainless instead of brass like all the others.
Nice.
So yeah, really nice snap.
Yeah, those are pretty small. All right, so that's kind of an update on what's going on in the water and some of the stuff that we got in here. So feel free to, again, come on by or go to the website, lakemichiganangler.com, for any and all that stuff. Quick reminder, at any point you got any questions about anything we're talking about or anything, make sure you drop it down below. I will get to you guys' comments here momentarily. But let's move on and talk about King Week. We've got today's the official start of King Week. We're looking forward to seeing you guys bringing in your fish across the boat, shore, and kayak divisions. Some info to share on that. For those of you that are coming in to weigh your fish during normal business hours here at the shop. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on that front. Not really. It's pretty straightforward. Monday is a holiday. I'll post up a designated time. There's gonna be a slot time for that one because the shop is closed. So technically you got to come in to do that. So we'll set it up. It'll probably be like late morning because most guys want to fish in the morning. And then for those that fish the evening, they would have to weigh the next day anyway. Yeah. They wouldn't even weigh in. So we might have like a slot period on Monday to get that done with you guys. All right. So we're gonna post a dedicated post with more info on all the information we tallied up all the payouts and all the stuff. We got all the entries in, all that. So we'll get all the information out there for the transparency's sake, so you guys know what's going on. But I did want to take a second to share with you that with my partnership with Okuma, we got a lot of great stuff that we're going to be adding into the pot to be given away. Also, we're going to make mention of the lure. We're doing a special kind of thing within this, which for those of you that are participating, there's no additional anything. You just want to do it, you can do it. We'll talk about the lure of the week, and that's a really cool thing that you're going to get a standalone prize for that. So with Okuma, we've got a bunch of different rods we're going to be giving away into the pricing here. An Okuma SST Magnum taper rod.
This is one of my favorite rods.
Yeah,
and we do have them in stock if
yes.
you want to buy them. If you don't win it, but this is an awesome rod.
It's basically a $100 rod, and it's carbon fiber. You feel everything. It's got a nice tip, but then it's got that backbone, and you wouldn't really think of it because of how thin it is. This is all I've been using once Rob showed it to me. Showed it to me earlier this year, and it's been amazing taking down kinks with this thing. You feel every little thing. So this is going to be in the prize pool. We've got some combos. Oops, let's get this out there. There we go. Okuma SST twitching rod here, paired up with an Okuma Samar HD reel. I love this combo. I've been using this all season. If you're going to do casting or jigging from your boat, your kayak, even from shore. So this will be in there as well. We've got a second one. So there's two sets of these guys going to be given out. We've got, let's put this over here. Got another rod. Oh, and then I think these guys are going to be for the boat division. I'm going to show you what these guys. We've got, hold that rod to the fall. We've got some Okuma Guide Select rods here. 9'6". These guys, I think, can really be used for like a lead core line or anything pretty much. I mean, it could hold up to 16 ounces. Super light. You still got the carbon fiber on here. So, yeah. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, nice rods.
Definitely a nice rod. And they're not cheap. So, I got two of these we'll be giving away as well. On top of that, we got a lot of stuff as far as line from Soft Steel, which is part of the Akuma branded companies. We got a bunch of spools, so you got some line, and Soft Steel is what I use as well. We got another Akuma Samurai HD reel to give away. We've got an Akuma Cold Water 203 to give away, and again, I got a box full of a bunch of other stuff. So I'm pretty sure most folks are going to get something at the end of King Week on top of placement pricing and all that stuff. And again, we'll get the information out. Oh, we even got some Fish Labs, part of the Akuma companies here, some of their jigging spoons here, which I'm looking forward to actually getting in the water here in the next during the fall run to give that a shot. And they're definitely going to take some kings that look really good. So a lot of stuff to give away. Super excited about that. And again, we'll make a dedicated post with more info and all of that. If there's any questions about anything, feel free to let me know. Let me go through some of you guys' comments here. Hello to Russell and Jason. Let's see what we have here from Patrick. Patrick said, with the upcoming southwest winds, the next few days, you guys think the mature fish will start to push in closer to the harbors? Any tips on nearshore fishing for kings from a boat as more fish come in? Great question, Patrick. There's already fish in. We tend to get those early fish that kind of come in there. From all the fish that I've caught, they tend to be right now cookie cutter size, anywhere in that low teens, the mid teens. The biggest I've caught so far, it was maybe an 18-pound female. But they are around. With the southwest winds coming in, if it's strong enough, it could really cool down that water a great bit. That will definitely bring fish in. I think more importantly, the fish that are already nearby, whether they're out in front or if they come into the harbor, those fish are going to get way more active, and I think the bite just gets better. They'll actually be way more willing to chase down lures. And, those are those days when you're out there and you see guys from shore, boats, and kayaks all catching fish every so often. That's when they get really, really active. When in that warm water right now, it's hard to get them to go because they don't want to cooperate. They're just uncomfortable or whatever it may be down there. So any other tips? Just have the right baits, man. Have some cranks if you're going on your boats. You can flatline some crankbaits. Funny enough, I think maybe we should do maybe fall etiquette on the water because we're all in harbors or near. It's going to be tight fishing between shore guys, boats, and kayaks. So it's a good to remind everyone here, just as a kind of rule of thumb, kind of etiquette on the water to try to give each other some space. And one thing that I ran into yesterday, it was kind of unfortunate, was there was a boat coming out and they were running boards in the harbor. They had 2 sets of boards on each side and they were wide and those guys, luckily, it wasn't too busy. There were shore guys and they were kind of irritating the shore guys. I heard the comments, but keep in mind that you're doing that and you got guys from shore casting over everywhere. That's probably not the best idea to run boards in the harbors.
Maybe only one on each side and keep them tight. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, you had them pretty spread out. You almost ran into my stall. So little things like that. Remember the flow of traffic counterclockwise. Keep those patterns going the same way. It makes it easy for all of us to enjoy it. And for those that love to jig, just be reminded that you don't want to block the path of vessels. That is illegal. And DNR is already out there scoping around, and they will ticket you for doing that. So just, try to avoid that and have a good day of fishing. Probably best to just pull off closer to the side and cast out to jig versus sitting in the middle of a waterway and blocking traffic for everyone else. Let's see here. We've got Early Bird Adventures. Okay, a lot of emojis there. Just kind of nervous. Kirk C. What was the name of those baits from Michigan, Rob?
Oh, the Nova Tackle Whacker stick baits.
Yeah. They look basically like mini thunder sticks.
Yeah, they're
fish.
like small thunder sticks, or juniors, I should say, that size. Just slightly heavier, better hooks, better construction, ready to catch a lot of fish.
Yeah. All right.
And better colors too. There's definitely different colors in these. I mean, this one right here, the Red Hot Tiger, that's a classic thunderstick color, but there's a lot of different colors that thundersticks don't have.
Yeah. All right. Atropolis, hopefully I said that properly. Are spoons and spinners still the best lures right now? Are people using salmon eggs yet?
There have been some fish caught on salmon eggs. A lot more on spoons though, and a lot more on crankbaits. I wouldn't discourage you from using eggs, but I think that the best of that's yet to come.
Yes, I think it doesn't hurt. You have 2 rods in the water. Why not soak one right in front of you, pitch it out a little bit, and while you're working another spoon or crank or something like that, why not? But like Rob said, it definitely picks up as we kind of move further in. And right now, take advantage of the fact that they'll hit spoons and jigs and
that's
cranks.
what I said.
Take advantage of that.
Take advantage of the fact that they're willing to chase down a bite.
Yeah,
a bait, I should say. Yeah,
exactly. Let's talk briefly about the lure of the week for those who participating in King Week here. So the concept of this is pretty straightforward. It's a challenge. We're going to go pull off a lure. In fact, probably do one of these, or not one of these, but it'll be the style of bait. The object here is we're going to show you the lure type. And throughout this week-long period, if you use that lure type, doesn't really matter the particular color, but of lure type, if you catch a fish with it, you weigh that fish, with that, bring that fish in, and you'll be entered into it. This is not anything extra you have to do. The only requirement, if you want to participate in this, is that there has to be video footage accompanying, with this submission. Meaning, before you pull that fish out of the water, as you're basically nearing it in, before you put it into the net, start recording so we can see clearly the fish coming through the water into the net, into your boat, kayak, or shore, and then as it's in the net, just zoom in on the lure in its mouth. That's all we need for visual identification, so we see that you actually use that lure, and then come weigh that fish in, give us the footage, and you're entered. And there'll be a separate prizing for that. Whoever catches the biggest fish with that. So the lure is going to be the Reef Runner Mag 44. Any one of the colors in the Reef Runner Mag 44 works, but a Mag 44 Reef Runner is the lure of the week. If you don't have one, we've got plenty of colors. You can grab one. It's not necessary to do this if you don't want to, but if you have one already, put it in the water, see what the biggest king is you can get to go on it. And then, again, the important part is the visual ID component, which is, again, as you're getting ready to net it, right, before it's in the net, start the recording, get it in the net, and then zoom in on it while it's in the net, and, on the deck of your kayak boat or shore, and that's it. You get it to us, and that's all we need for that part of it. I'm sure it could be kind of tricky for the kayak guys because there's a lot to kind of have to do.
But many of them have their GoPros going anyways, so
yeah, like that may work as well. As long as we can kind of see it in the shot, it should be fine. That's all I have to kind of recap for everything. Again, we'll make a separate post with more details for King Week as far as like what the payouts are going to be and all that stuff. We'll get that up here hopefully later today. We got to get the stuff together, but
yeah, doing.
That's all we got for today's broadcast. Hopefully you guys take advantage of the fishing, get out there, take on those kings. They're around, they're moving around a bit still, but hopefully as we get some better weather conditions, it'll help things out quite a bit. Biggest tip I can give is keep an eye on that weather, man. As soon as you see things blowing in the right direction, go out.
That and fish at night. When the water's warm, you're going to have your bite windows at night.
Yeah, they'll be a bit better. And they're still concentrated. Like, it'll fire off at whatever time. Like the other night, I don't know, it was like 8:30 until whenever it started. Some nights it just changes, but take advantage of it. All right, that's all we got, guys. Thank you guys for watching as always. If you need us, we're here, and we'll see you guys on the next live stream. Bye-bye.